Let's go. Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the amazing show. I'm your host. I'm the narrator, the one, the only Mr. O. And welcome to my podcast here from Spreaker. Now, first thing first, before I go ahead and sound out, let me just go ahead and give condolences to the family, friends, relatives of one of the people that I look up to when I was coming up in the 70s and watching Sanford Son, who most, like I said, like a mother figure. May she rise in power, and that's the Empress herself, Della Reese. May she rise in power. Also giving props out to the elder too, Earl Hyman, who played Grandpa on the Cosby Show. And if you're a fan of the Thundercats, he was also the voice for Panthro. So therefore, like that. So Earl Hyman, may he rise in power, as well as Della Reese. So condolences goes out to those elders on that. Now then, let's get right into this right now. Now, as Colin Kaepernick's name is still being talked about in resonance, now we've known, and I've known since March, that our brother Colin has been blackballed or whiteballed out of the Negro Felice League, out of the NFL. And several few and far superstars have said the same thing. I know Richard Sherman said it way back during March in that time, but it took LeBron James all the way to November to come and say that he's being blackballed. And I got to thank the Bleacher Report for this piece right here. I got to thank them for this. According to them, shout out to the Bleacher Report. And here it go. Cleveland Cavaliers superstar LeBron James said Sunday, just passed, he believes former San Francisco 49er quarterback Colin Kaepernick is being blackballed by NFL owners. Dave McMahon of ESPN passed along the comments that the face of the NBA has made about the hot button topic following Cavs practice. Saying, I quote, "I love football, but I'm not part of the NFL. I don't represent the NFL. I don't know their rules and regulations, but I do know Cap is getting the wrong doing. I do know that. Just watching, he's an NFL player. He's an NFL player. You see all these other quarterbacks out there and players out there that's getting all these second and third chances that is nowhere near as talented as him. It just feels like he's being blackballed out the NFL, so I definitely do not respect that." Kaepernick, who started the trend of the NFL players taking the knee for the national anthem during the 2016 NFL preseason, has remained a free agent since opting out his contract with the Niners back in March. Martin Z. Johnson of the Undefeated noted 42 other quarterbacks have signed contracts since that point. James told McMahon that he doesn't see any other plausible explanation for the 30-year-old quarterback staying on the open market so long aside from backlash from the protests during the anthem. And I think Aaron Rodgers made a point very clear on that. Said the only reason I could say he's not on the team is because the way he took a knee. That's the only reason. I watch football every Sunday, every Thursday, every Monday night. I see all these quarterbacks, first string, second team, third team quarterbacks that play sometimes when the starters get hurt or starters by that play. Cap is better than a lot of these guys. Let's just be honest. Now, he's not the only high-profile athlete to express that opinion. Like I told you back in March, Richard Sherman said the same thing too. You know. Meanwhile, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell downplayed the sentiment when asked about it when he visited New York Jets training camp in July. He said those are independent decisions that clubs make. Clubs are going to do what they think is in their best interest of their franchise and what it is they can do to win. Cap owns a career 88.9% passer rating. That would rank him 11th among active quarterbacks if he was on a roster entering Sunday. Minimum 1,500 passing attempts. And also added 2,300 yards and 13 touchdowns on the ground across 6 years in San Francisco. But let me get back to something like this. I said to myself, really, LeBron? Really? You waited all the way to November to come out and say that, he's being blackballed. And to me, I'm gonna tell you something. LeBron James to me is sometimes he is so sometimes I can't even describe him, at times, I really can't. And he wait till good and ready till November to come out and say that what we've been saying all along, what the entire black community's been saying all along regarding Kaepernick. We told y'all he's being blackballed. But I just, LeBron just doing this for attention. You could go ahead and you wait till now to speak on that. But I'm gonna still be on this throat about this. That he can't even speak on. He can't even yet speak on about Tamir Rice, from 3 years ago, that got killed and got shot in the chest by a road cracker, Cleveland police officer Timothy Lowen. Okay, he can't even speak on that, but he can get out here and speak on Cap. That Cap being blackballed. And when I got the notification, I said to myself, "Oh, no shit, Sir Sherlock. We've been saying that since March. That Cap's being blackballed. What part of the memo you didn't get? For real. See, the thing with people, with guys like him, it's like he just want to be selective of what he wants to speak about or whatever. Okay? Now, I know some people probably going to get here and they're going to argue in the comment section and refute saying, well, LeBron, he donated so much money, bought scholarships for 1,100 children for the inner city, the scholarships for them to attend college. That's great. I ain't got no problem with that. I think that's wonderful. But once again, it's like what I said. I believe his shit is selective. You waited from March and we're in November, and you want to come out publicly and say that, I believe Colin Kaepernick is being blackballed. No shit, Sherlock. Of course he's being blackballed. You just trying to divert attention away because the Cleveland Cavaliers fucked up record this year. It's just so plain and simple. It's just so jaded with him. This is exactly what Ticket TV, Michael Sowell, and a few others have said about this with LeBron James. And I could tell you this about with the so-called king or the so-called face of the NBA from his tenure here from 2010 to 2014 here in Miami. you know. I mean, even because even with here, you know, he wants to be selective when it comes down to social injustice or certain things like that. And it shouldn't even be that way. But now, you know, you just waited till then. And it's just not just with LeBron James, too. It's also like with a lot of this stuff. When I mentioned about the social activism that's going on regarding Meek Mills. You know, I seen a lot of people out there in front of the courthouses down there in downtown Philadelphia holding up signs saying free Meek Mills, free Meek Mills. Saying what's happened to him is injustice, and I agree he shouldn't get that longer sentence term for violating his probation. But I'm gonna stand behind what I say. Meek Mills brought that shit on himself. Your ass knew you was on probation, but you still was out there, and even at 30 years of age, still out there doing stupid shit. Yeah, and that judge who basically wanted Meek Mills to shout out her name and all this stuff. Yeah, I mean, she should be disbarred because that's a conflict of interest. But here's my thing when it comes down to, and this is something to all you protesters up there in Philadelphia who up here hashtagging and social media posting free Meek Mills and all that. Y'all talk about free Meek Mills, but I don't see none of y'all talk about free Mumia Abu-Jamal. Now, in case you don't know who Mumia Abu-Jamal is, he happens to be the former Black Panther that was wrongly accused of killing a white, so-called white Philadelphia police officer. And he never did. You know, because we all know Philadelphia police is about as corrupt as a motherfucker. No different than he is with Chicago PD, LA PD, New Jersey PD, NYPD, Miami PD. Okay? Let's just keep it 100. You know, y'all talking about free Meek Mills. Why not talk about free Mumia Abu-Jamal, who's been locked up in there for damn near 50 years? I don't see none of y'all talking about that. But talking about free Meek Mills. As far as I'm concerned, let his stupid ass sit in there. You know? Sure. And besides, the people that be around him is always involved in some dumb shit. But it's a double standard when it comes down to this hypocrisy. And it's really, hold on one second, goddamn plane flying above me. Yeah, that you want to have like selective sort of thing. Just like with LeBron, he waits till now to say that go on record say Colin Kaepernick being blackballed. Why the fuck you ain't say this shit back in March? And I know people gonna come out here and go defend him because because he's the king. He's the king. He's the greatest basketball player on the planet. Blah blah blah. This and that. But he's selective. Just like he still can't even talk about when you ask him about what Tamir Rice that happened right there in his backyard in Cleveland. 12-year-old boy get gunned down in the park by rogue Peckerwood police officer, Peckerwood race coward. LeBron's answer, I don't know much about that. You don't know much about that, but you got something to say about the so-called mass shooting that happened here in Orlando at that gay nightclub, Fusion. Just like the same thing with these so-called protesters protesting in front of the Philly courthouse, talking about Meek Mills. Well, anyway, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Share, subscribe, click the notification bell so therefore when I upload new videos or new podcasts on the channel, y'all get them. I'm done. No more talk. I'm out. Let's go.